Hi, welcome to my 10-year celebration video. As of the date this video goes live, I will have been creating for 10 years, which is a long time when you think about it. It's not the sort of thing you turn around and you're like, hang on, that's actually not that long. Doing a thing for 10 years, consistently doing a thing for 10 years, is honestly quite a big deal, I reckon. And in the YouTube space, a lot of people burn out when they don't get anywhere, when they don't make it anywhere. And that's totally fair. But I wanted to take a bit of time to kind of share a bit of who I am and why how I managed to get to 10 years and what my goals are. And I wanted to do it in a bit of a different format. So I suppose you could say it's a Q&A format. I put out a message on Twitter about a week ago asking for people to have questions, and I didn't get any. Because, I'm not the biggest content creator. It's totally fine. I'm not expecting anyone to really go out of their way to come up with a question for me. I'm still a small person, a small creator, and 10 years, you might see that as a failure. You might see that as, oh, you spent 10 years, you didn't get anywhere, you didn't grow a community. But I view it not as a failure, but as a win. I set out to make content I enjoyed, and I don't think there's ever been a day that I haven't enjoyed the content I've made. Well, I'll get into that a bit more. I know I will. But I wanted to start off by going through some questions that I came up with for myself. Hopefully by the end of these questions, you'll get an idea of who I am, what I set out to do, and how I'm progressing through my journey, and maybe you'll understand why I'm not upset at not being a big streamer, a big content creator. Here's hoping. So our first question is, why did you start YouTube? Why did I start YouTube? I should rephrase that. I started YouTube partly due to another YouTuber who's a lot bigger than me, but wasn't at the time, by the name of Rendog. He's a hermitcrafter, he's a great guy, and I was part of his community well before he joined Hermitcraft, before he got to the point where he is at now, and he's still growing, and I appreciate that. That's cool. It's great to see him doing that. Even though I've drifted away from that community, I still appreciate the moments I had in that community, the things that I came out of learning and experiencing from that community. But the reason that I started YouTube is partly because of him. He made me realize how easy it is to download a program that records your screen, use a microphone. It doesn't have to be a professional microphone. It can just be the one in your laptop, or a $2 headset, or a $5 microphone from this local supermarket. It can literally be anything. You can make content of pretty much anything. And he was the guy that made me realize that. And at the time, I'd been around YouTube a little bit. I'd seen all the people playing all these games that I was like, these look cool. I'd love to jump in. And I don't just want to jump in, I want to share my experiences. I want to share my enjoyment of these games. And the game right at the top of that list was Minecraft. Partly due to Rendog again, because he is a Minecraft YouTuber, but also because I've watched a few other YouTubers. Some other big names you might recognize. Captain Sparkles, Syndicate was doing YouTube at the time. His Mionite series, I believe, was nearly maybe it was just started. I think I was somewhere in the first season of My Night that I got interested in making content on my own. And, well, that was kind of it. I wanted to share my experience. I wanted to share my enjoyment of games. And so I started a YouTube channel, I should say. And made my first video. Wasn't the greatest of videos, I won't deny. Recording for half an hour and thinking you're going to be entertaining for that whole half an hour, probably not the best idea, because there is a lot of dead spots and I'm not the best speaker. I'm not the best at sharing my opinions, getting my thoughts out there, even breaking it down what I'm doing. I struggle. I definitely could be better at that. But I still did it because I thought that I could bring something different, something unique to the community, to YouTube as a whole. And honestly, the scariest part is just stepping into that world, stepping into this mindset of, hey, what I'm about to make is going to be put somewhere public where anyone can critique it, anyone can tell you your shit, anyone can tell you should get off YouTube. Fortunately, don't think I've ever had that be said to me. But it's a thing. You're putting yourself out in a public space. It is totally understandable and totally fair to be scared of that space. But I kept at it. I didn't care. I was making stuff I enjoyed. And I never heard any negative thoughts. I was in communities that pushed you to do better, pushed you to do more, and it was good. So yeah, that's where I started YouTube. Probably, there's more to the story. There's definitely more to the story. But for the sake of this video, I don't want to bore you to tears with an half-hour anecdote on how I got to YouTube. You don't need to hear that. The basics are there. I was doing this because I enjoyed making YouTube content, because I enjoyed playing games, because I wanted to share my experiences, and I wanted to make fun videos. Oh, I should also mention, there was an aspect of wanting to meet friends. I still to this day want to meet more people, because I was very lonely in my younger years, and it wasn't until I got on the internet and realized how many amazing people there are out there. Sure, there's some idiots and some assholes and some really, really bad people, but I reckon maybe 75% of the people you meet are genuine, nice human beings who just want to have a good time and make friends. Or just want to live life. That's an important thing to realize, I think. Anyway, moving on. Next question that I have is, what's the hardest part? What has been the hardest part of making videos? Well, for the average person, they might say viewer count. Seeing the viewers dip for one video, then go up, and you're like, oh my gosh, and then it dips again. They might say that, or they might say editing. And hell yeah, editing can be very painful, especially if you have hours and hours of content to cut down. Even just the first part, going through and getting rid of all the stuff you know you're not going to use, can be so painful. But for me, the most painful part is coming up with the ideas. Now, I'm the sort of person who I go out every day, do whatever I'm doing, and I'll see something, I'll be like, oh, that's a cool idea. Oh yeah, wonder why that's the way it is. Oh, maybe I should look it up, and then I'll get another idea. Oh, that person's doing that. That's a cool idea. I will see so many things every day that I'm like, that's a cool idea. I wonder what that would take to do that. Even something as simple as someone playing music on the corner of the street, busking their life away. I'm like, damn, they're playing so well. I'd love to learn how to play that. Oh, maybe I should learn to play that. I never do. Don't get me wrong, I never do. That's part of the problem. But coming up with the ideas and then following them through is probably the most difficult thing for me. I literally have a list of YouTube videos I want to make. And it's a decently long list. You think I'm ever going to get through that list? Yeah. That's probably the hardest part for me. But as I said, a lot of different people have a lot of different answers for this. I think, though, the difficulties we go through, they shape us. I mean, for the first 5-6 years of my content life, that's a bad thing to say. But for the first 5 or 6 years of me making YouTube videos, I think I kind of just followed what everyone else was doing. And even probably up until lately, I've still been doing that to some extent. I mean, Minecraft was a big thing when I first joined YouTube. It's always sort of been a big thing over the years, even now. And then of course I'd branch into other games. I'd play zombies, get into that, and then I don't think I ever did Apex videos, but I definitely did play Apex when that first came out, and then Warzone, and like, I feel like a lot of the time I've just been doing what's popular and not really embracing the ideas that I have, because as I said, I've always had ideas, I've just never really followed them through. And these can be things like challenge videos, like doing the type of a specific type of video. I've always done the let's play sort of thing because that's always been the sort of thing that I thought was going to do well, because it did well for other people. So again, the hardest part is probably having ideas and following through with them, and to an extent, part of me not following through with them was seeing what everyone else was doing and thinking that was a good way of doing it. By the way, don't do that. Just because it works for someone else does not mean it's going to work for you. That's a good piece of advice right there, I reckon. Alright, next question, because I think I've gone on long enough with that. Who do you look up to? Well, I mean, there's Rendog. Rendog's a great guy. I know his roots. He started out just making YouTube videos because he enjoyed making YouTube videos. He did a let's play, that was his thing, he loved it, and look at him now. That's a guy I can look up to. And there's others in the same vein. Syndicate, starting out as a zombie player, slowly building up his audience. Like, he started out as a McDonald's worker, and now he's got his own house, he's got a kid, he's got a girlfriend who loves him. I mean, what more could you ask for? Those are the sort of guys I look up to. People who started out as not nothing, but definitely not with the level of fame that they have now, and have ended up in a much bigger, better place with a huge community that shares their appreciation of things, that loves the content they make. And I could name hundreds of people, probably. I don't know that I could name hundreds of people right now off the top of my head, but there are definitely hundreds of people out there who have gone and done that. Started out working at McDonald's or at a supermarket or at a fast food location or at a petrol station, whatever it might be, and now they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year just off streaming, just off making content. And I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. Those are the sort of people that I look up to. Maybe not one person in particular. A lot of people would have that, they'd have one person in particular, but it's the idea of that storyline. Yeah. I don't know if that's a different take, but it's my take. What makes you keep going? Well, not views and not money, I can tell you that much. I don't get either of those really. The thing that keeps me going, I'd say, is the comments. The people that do see my videos, sharing their thoughts on my videos, saying that I'm doing a great job. And even if they don't say that I'm doing a great job, seeing the view count, seeing like even 30 people jump on to YouTube and see my video and give it a look. 30 people is not nothing. I mean, you look at these YouTubers with hundreds of thousands of views a month, and it's like, alright, you're filling out pretty much a decently sized house almost every day. Like, hundreds of thousands of views, when you break it down, is a lot. But then you think about it a little bit more, and 10 views is honestly a lot. How many people have 10 close friends? I mean, you might have like 100 friends, sure, but 10 close friends? It's a lot when you start thinking about it. So yeah, I'd say people who comment on my videos, and I suppose, yeah, to some extent, their view count, but not for the same reason as everyone else. I don't care whether it goes up or down. I just appreciate seeing people interested in what I make, and that's all I need to see. Doesn't matter if it's one person or 100 people, in my opinion. As long as someone gets enjoyment from what you make, that's all that matters. Do I regret anything? Not figuring this shit out earlier. Not figuring out what sort of content I wanted to make. As I said, I've followed a lot of trends. I've done let's plays videos. I've done playthroughs of games. Or I've done single videos of a match of Warzone that I thought was awesome. And honestly, some of them were. I still think they're awesome. But I regret not figuring things out earlier. I also regret not hitting more people up. There are so many amazing creators out there. There are so many amazing people out there. And I find it hard to just go on X or on Discord or whatever and be like, hey, I like what you're doing. I'd love to collab sometime, or I'd just love to chat. Ask you questions about how you made this, how you did that, what influences you to make this thing over that thing. Just talk to people. I'm terrible at talking to people. You should see how many conversations I start and then give it like a week and I've stopped talking to them. I am terrible at that. And I regret 100% not messaging more people. I'm trying to change that. I really am. I'm trying to be more out there. I'm trying to be like, these people are humans too. They understand that, like, they're not gods. They're people you can message. And as long as you're nice and genuine to them, they'll be nice and genuine to you. For the most part. There probably are a few people who aren't like that. But hey, that's what I'm meaning. 75% of people are genuine and nice. The other 25 are probably assholes or people you don't want to relate with. And that's the thing. That happens. Would you ever chase the fame and money? I think I've kind of answered that already. With the whole not being interested in view count. Not to the same level as everyone else, not like following whether I'm doing well or not. I think I've kind of answered that. As for money, honestly, if I was able to earn enough money to do this full time and live off that, and that was all I got, I'd be happy. I'm not the sort of person to want to make millions of dollars, because what am I going to do with that money? Honestly. I mean, sure, I could hire some editors, I could make tons more content, but there's a point where having a ridiculous amount of money. Just makes no darn sense. And I would probably, if I had millions of dollars coming in, I would probably take what I needed to keep things going, to run things, to build the system that I need to make a good, consistent amount of videos come out. And then the rest would probably go to, I don't know, charity or cancer research or something like that. Something that I think is going to make an impact on the world. Which, let's be fair, I sometimes wonder whether those things actually do make an impact on the world. But that's another topic for another day. Pretty much, I would not really see myself keeping too much money. And that's me saying this now with not a lot of money. Sure, if I ever came into it, I might change my mind. But I think my answer right now would be no. I wouldn't change the money or the fame. And I don't understand people who do. Okay, next question. What advice would I have for people starting out? Same thing. Don't do it for money or fame. Do it either because you have friends that you want to share your enjoyment of games with, or you want to build a community centered around an idea or a topic, whether it be raising money for charities, whether it be doing anything like that really, or just stream or make content because that's what you love doing. 99% of people who start making YouTube videos and start streaming will not get anywhere. They might make a small community, but if your goal is to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month or a year, whatever, and live off that, it's gonna be a lot harder than I think you realize. There's a reason that they say the top 100 on Twitch is like 99% of the income on Twitch, because it is. It's not the sort of space that's easy to make it in, and it's the same with YouTube. You gotta make good stuff that you enjoy making. If you're not enjoying making something, it will come across to people. That's my advice for anyone starting out. Make stuff that you enjoy making. Alright, last question, because I don't want this to go too long. What are my goals for the future? Well, honestly, I want to just keep doing what I'm doing. Sure, I want to learn new skills, make more interesting content. That's partly why I'm starting this whole 100% beating a game that you guys have yet to see. And let me just give you a teaser. Cookie Clicker sucks. Cookie Clicker really sucks. Don't ever go into it thinking that you're going to 100% the game in one go, because you might find you're biting off more than you can chew. But yeah, I just want to keep making the same sort of content. I'm fully expecting that it might take multiple months for some videos to come out. But as long as I'm making something I enjoy, that's what my goal is. And, like, sure, it's not my main focus, let's be fair. YouTube is not my main focus at the moment. My main focus is getting into the film and TV industry. I'm doing a course in that. I'm almost finished, and once that course is over, I'm hoping to jump straight into a job in the film and TV industry. And that's kind of my focus at the moment. I still want to make YouTube. Honestly, I want to make YouTube content till the day I die. That's literally just what I enjoy doing. And it hasn't changed, it hasn't moved. I haven't moved the goalposts in years, I think. I just want to make fun videos that maybe are a little bit crazy, especially, let's say, Cookie Clicker again. I want to make stuff I enjoy. That's my main goal. And yeah, I think this has been a good video. It hasn't been like the Q&A that a lot of other people do, and I think I've gone into a lot of things that are hopefully interesting. So, before we end this video, I just wanted to say thank you guys for being with me for this part, this long. Thank you if you've been here since day one, or if you've been here since yesterday or today. No matter how long you've been around, you're all awesome. I would go through every single person that I appreciate and give them more shout outs, but I have a feeling we'd be here for a long time. So I'm just gonna say thank you all. Those of you who know that I would shout them out, you guys know who you are. And yeah, I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for being here. And here's to 10 more years and even longer, hopefully. Bye.